Formula One racing is my passion. Ever since I was little, I've dreamed of becoming a race car driver. And today my dream is coming true. Two years ago, I was a foot shorter, and it was a lot easier for me to slide into the cockpit. Oh yeah, my name is Bertrand. I'm 13 years old and I drive a mini Ferrari. It's a replica of the one Alain Prost drives. Unless he's my idol. Sure, the motor isn't as powerful as a real Ferrari's, but I can go 100 miles per hour. I practice every Saturday at my school. Don't worry, my principal knows about it. I live in Chambéry, at the base of the mountains. It's a really beautiful area. Today after school, Christian is waiting for me. He's the president of our mini racing club. Everybody knows him here. But when you get in the car with him, you've got to hold on for dear life. He drives like a madman, but he's an excellent driver. We owe Christian everything. Mini racing was his idea. Before he got into this, he's the one who souped up the famous Austin Coopers for the French Championship Rally and the Range Rovers for the Abidjan-Nice Rally, which soon became the Paris-Dakar race. But one time when he was out driving, he got in a terrible accident. And ever since, he gets around in a vehicle with two big wheels behind and two little ones in front. But do you think that calmed him down? Not for a second. He's crazier and more active than ever. He decided to create a mini racing club and give us kids the possibility to build and drive replicas of real race cars. Thanks to Christian, we have a real garage just for us. It's incredible, isn't it? This afternoon, Christian is welcoming a new member to the club. His name is Alexander. His father has come with him. I can tell that Alexander is really impressed. It's funny. He's 12 years old, but he seems really little next to me. He seems nice. I think we'll get along. Since I've been in the club the longest, I was 8 when I first came here, I'm the one who shows Alexander around the garage. Like everybody else, he's fascinated by the Ferrari. It's always the same thing. The new kids are dying to get behind the wheel, but they're afraid to ask. I just let him know that he can go right ahead.
C'est moi.
My parents are bakers and pastry chefs. And you know what I think? Cakes don't make you fat at all. They just make you grow taller. I'm the living proof.
Salut.
My father makes the best chocolates in Chambéry. You can imagine that I don't mind licking the bowl from time to time. It's a career that I would have liked a lot, but there's only one problem. There's no way in the world I can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning every day like my dad does. Anyway, I think I'd rather become a race car driver. Every Wednesday afternoon, things are really busy at the garage. You have to understand that we build our cars all by ourselves from the frame up. The only things we don't build are the motor and the braking system. Everything else we do ourselves. And we move from one thing to the next. That's what I explained to Alexander and another new kid, Pierre. First I show them how we draw the plans. After, with me looking on, they'll learn how to cut parts. Now, Alexander and Pierre are going to have to learn to weld. I have to keep an eye on them. Alexander and Pierre get along well. While they were working on the frame, they noticed the pictures of the mini racing team. It makes them laugh to realize that only 2 years ago, I was as little as they are.
Ouais, ça lui portait bonheur.
Donc je vais t'expliquer un peu ce que ça donne au point de vue comment.
And at the end of the day, Christian gives Alexander his first driving lesson. You've got to be careful where you put your feet.
Tu lâches le frein, tu débrailles, tu embrailles, tu redébrailles, tu freines, tu accélères, tu débrailles, tu embrailles et tu freines.
You really have to do some intensive training before you can drive the club cars, because you can lose control and go crashing into the wall a lot more quickly than you think. It's no problem for me, but that's because I've been driving for 3 years. I really love it. But I feel sorry for Alexander and Pierre. While I rev my engine, they're going 2 miles an hour in driving class. But that's the only way to start. The first thing you learn is to look ahead and steer the wheel. Maybe that doesn't seem too exciting, but I can guarantee you that it's a ball. I never get tired of mechanics. During the weekend, I spend my time taking old things apart. I think that they've got style. Real museum pieces. This one won't give me a hard time for long. I'm sure I'll have it going in a few weeks. My room's fixed up to look like a car show. 2 years ago, I used to bring my teddy bear with me in the front seat. He was my good luck charm. But at my age, I can't really bring him along anymore. This bear means a lot to me. He helped me get over my fear a lot of times. He's a real buddy. It's a big day for Alexander. With me watching, he's going for his first drive around the Formula One track. We have to go slowly. He steps a little too much on the gas. The car jerks and I go lurching forward. But for a first try, he's done great. He's a good student. There's a lot of activity in the garage. Saturday, 3 cars are going to be out on the track. We've got to check all of the cars to see if they're up to mechanical standards. There's a new body being taken out of its mold. We finished regulating the motor's idling mechanisms. I told you we did everything ourselves. After the garage, I'm going to pick up Aurélie when she gets out of her violin class. Aurélie's very nice. She's just about the only girl I can stand. Most girls aren't too interested in Formula One racing. And of course it's my favorite subject. But Aurélie seems to be pretty interested by it. She's lucky to know how to play violin. I would love to know how to do that. And actually, I've never heard her play. But tonight's gonna change all that. Since the concert hall is open, I'm going to hear an improvised concert just for me. Wow, she's really good. Maybe between driving sessions, I can get her to teach me a little. Today, things are serious on the school track. 3 of the 5 Formula Ones that have been built at the club are facing off. There's Boris, Nicholas, and me. But if they're thinking of passing me, they'd better think again. We're very proud of our cars. They're the only ones like them in the world, just like our club. And we're our happiest when we're behind the wheel. What did I tell you? Nobody passed me. Anyway, that was great. It's Christian who decides whether a new kid is ready to drive by himself or not. When Christian said that Alexander could go, he couldn't believe his ears. Alexander was in a state of shock. I could see that he was afraid, but I brought him a little surprise to help him get over it. Alexander does a great job behind the wheel of the Formula One. He's already imagining that he'll be the next Alain Prost. He's mistaken, because I'm the next Alain Prost. But I'm sure that the 2 of us will be seeing each other soon, on racetracks all over the world.
Run it faster than you did before. Hold it every time you go from home. Win it, break the limits as you're soaring high. Never be a loser. Every time you're racing the race, you got to be a champion. Do it, do the best you can succeed. Get it, reach your goal and take the lead. All you got to be in your life is be a champion. Run it faster than you did before. Hold it every time you go from home. Win